back to the arena. This video is slightly different to what I usually do. This was recorded earlier today, and I wasn't talking over it. It was such a pain in the arse, I decided just to record the game, not put a headset on, because it was such a pain in the arse that I just wanted to concentrate. Looking back on it now, it's not the most difficult thing I've done in this game, but it's a bit of a pain. So, the quest is to kill an Odegaron, a Devil Joe, and a Lanastra. And what I was trying to do there is sneak round and do a little bit of damage to the Odegaron before Pickle realised. The Pickle saw me. It decides that I should be its main course for today. And then, of course, the dog saw me, so hey ho, here we go. There's not much I can do about that. Now, this is obviously a multi-monster quest, so everything is not at full health, but everything still damages as much as it usually does. So with that in mind, I basically built my gear for taking on the Lanastra, because that would be the biggest pain in the arse of the three. Turns out that's not the case. And Devil Joe decided several times that it was going to turn the Odegaron into its new toy. Thankfully I brought some flashbangs and no more for you! Actually quite surprising just how often he does that through the fight when you have these two in the same area. I only had 3 flashbangs with me, but I've just realised that I put a full stack of 10 flashbugs in to craft another 10, so I'm an idiot for not doing it. Yeah, so my set was built for fighting Lanastra, so the gear I'm wearing is a full Death Stench set, which has fire resistance on it. Which obviously with Lanastra is fantastic, because the bitch just sets you on fire every 5 seconds. And she's weak to ice. So I brought my diadem. Squiddy diadem, I should say. And I kitted out the gear to have plus 20 fire resistance on it. So I've got the rank 2 bonus of it. And I've also brought with me a full stack of cold drinks and the fireproof mantle. The main problem I have is when she does her supernova, I have no idea how he's supposed to survive it apart from just trying to heal, so I thought if I could mitigate the burning damage as much as I could, then the plan is I could just stand there and chug health potions and try and ride it out. It doesn't go as planned when we come to that, so you'll see why it didn't go to plan, but we've got to get to her first. World of Warships Legends finished updating. Thanks, game. Right over the middle. So these two have been brawling for a while. He's going to try and eat him again. I think I make a right mess of this, because I don't think I actually break him out of it this time. That was a fail. And I think this one is also a fail. I think he's looking at me and I just fired the completely wrong vector. Oh no, I actually got him. So obviously the most dangerous one here is Devil Joe. But he has a hell of a lot more health than the Odegaron. And he deals a lot more damage than the Odegaron, so my train of thought initially was I'm going to beat down the Odegoran, and then when it comes into the fight, just fight the Devil Joe, because it's going to do collateral damage and it's going to keep trying to pick up the Odegoran, and it's going to deal a lot of damage to it. Which worked for the most part, but then after a while it's a case of the Devil Joe is bigger, it's got more health. Even if I don't touch the Odegoran, it's going to die before he is, so just fight the Devil Joe. And if you get a spare chance, beat on the doggo without being eaten in the process, like I nearly was here. And that was a KO move which could have one-shot me. The Dragonator's up, and we have the rocks in the arena, but I had it in my mind that I wanted to save the Dragonator for Lanastra, which was a dumb idea because it took so long to actually kill these two and spawn the Lanastra that Dragonator probably could have spawned again. I don't know if it could have spawned twice. So, it was a bit silly to do. I could have made the main part of this fight actually a lot shorter than what it was. So I've finally got a ride on the Odegoran, which doesn't go very well. I can't remember why I get thrown off. They enter another duel here, which means that he's going to get picked up and used as a chew toy again. Being an idiot, I didn't use my flash bugs to make more flash bombs to get him to let go of it. So I just thought, right, stay out of his way, let him do dumb things like that, and then go and attack him, and he'll just kill the Odegoran through collateral damage. That didn't last long because I got a ride on the Devil Joe. Which, of course, means that he dropped it. Actually, looking back, I probably should have brought a few pitfall traps and thunder traps just to slow Devil Joe down, just so I could beat on him for a bit. I've not really used pitfall traps very much in this game, but I remember in Monster Hunter 3, if you caught him in a pitfall trap, because he's got stubby little tiny arms at front of him which don't really do anything, he struggled to get out of the traps, so you could wail on him for quite a while. I don't know if that's a thing in this game, but I'll have to try it. So I don't think the Odegoran's got much health left by this point. I think he's going to be dead in a minute. I can't remember what kills him, whether it's me or the Joe. It's actually better not to attack the Joe at all, the Odegoran at all, because when you actually watch it, most of the time he does attack me, but a lot of the time he will attack the Odegoran, so he just does the job for you. And there's another 500 damage there done to it. It does obscene damage. Ah, there goes the Odegoran. So he got comboed by the Joe, and now he's deciding to eat it, you bastard. He got comboed by the Joe, and I came in and made a couple of the moth explosions occur, which finished him off. And unfortunately, this is now the majority of the fight from here on. It's me versus a rather angry pickle. And there's quite a few times when I dive into him there where it would have been a one-hit kill, but thankfully there's a little grace period between the brawl. It's a complete accident to grab that net. Doing a fair bit of running around as well because I've just noticed that my weapon sharpness has gone yellow, which is pretty shit. And I get stunned here, and it should have been a death. Oh, he doesn't quite stomp on me. It actually takes quite a while this part because the Odegaron and the Lunastra are weak to ice. He's only got 1 star of weakness, I think, to it. For maximum damage you need to do Dragon Weapon. But actually thinking about it now, I could have brought my usual gear with a Dragon Weapon, fought the Devil Joe as I'm doing, and done maximum damage to him, and while I'm doing it he would kill the Odegaron along with me. And then when these two die you have a bit of a grace period where you can heal up, you can sharpen everything. You have a good minute or so before the Lunastra arrives through that big wooden door. So you probably could just open the map, click on the base and teleport back to it to change your gear for Lunastra. So I could have sped it up by doing that. Because by using this ice weapon, I'm not dealing a huge amount of damage to him. So it does drag on more than it should. But because we're in arena, he's got nowhere to feed, so he does keep stopping for little breaks like that. So when you get them, just capitalise on them. I was toying yet again with should I use the Dragonator or not, but I thought, no, I'll keep it, because I don't know how much life he's got. Obviously later down the line I realised that he's actually got a butt ton of health left. And he just keeps getting angry, which is not fun. Especially because he does this. And I keep grabbing onto the bloody fence. So now I'm trying to go for a sharpening of the weapon. So I thought, if I run behind this pillar now that he's come up, and jump down and run round to the other side of it, then by the time he figures out where I am, and figures a way down, I'll have sharpened. Ding! There we go. But because my weapon was so low, it didn't fully sharpen. It's only just got into the blue. So I thought, should I go up and basically do that again to fully fill it? Which would have been a good thing to do, but I just decided to continue wailing on him. Goes through a patch here where he just spams that ability. Kind of annoying. But he always follows it up with that KO move, which is a one-shot kill. He's just done it twice there in a row. And now I'm just diving into him and being an idiot. Should have been another one-hit kill. Just out of the way of it. And we finally get a ride. big bugger. Fall down. Because even though you knock him over, he's not down for long. Just 3 wriggles, 4, 5, and he's up. You don't get a huge amount of time. But he has now calmed down. Because of the combination of a crap sharpness on my weapon and the fact that I'm using ice instead of dragon, it just takes even bloody longer. That should have been another kill, by the way. He actually knocked me down and I was pinned on the floor for a few seconds, and he used the wrong attack. And then just as I got up and started to move, he used the one-shot kill. Period here. Did actually bring some bombs that I eventually do use, but I only use half of them because I didn't realise that both a large bomb and an XL bomb count as the same, so you can't put down 2 XL bombs, 2 large bombs. I don't know why, they must all class in the same region as a large bomb, so it only allows you to use one type, and he's angry again. So I ended up leaving the mission with 2 large bombs, which I don't know, I could have put down at some point in this when he got knocked down and dealt an extra couple of 100 damage to him with them, but it didn't occur to me at the time. It's a case of, oh, he's down, just wail on him. I need as much time as I can for the Lunastra. But it also started to dawn on me after a little while. Where are we? But nearly 20 minutes in now? It started to dawn on me in a few more minutes that the Lunastra has significantly less health than he does, but she has a lot more ways of damaging you and dots. So if I could finish him before the half an hour mark, then I would have plenty of time for her. She has a lot more opportunities for you to kill her, to deal lots of combos to her. He's a bit more of a pain in the arse just because of, well, his tail. No matter what he's doing, his tail's like a massive battering ram in the opposite direction. So it makes doing these windmill combos against him for a long period of time a real bitch. And I'm going to get caught like that again. And there's the one in combo. Meowzy was on top form as always. Whenever I went below a certain percentage health, there was a Vigor Wasp ready. There you go, there's another one set up and ready to go. He was on ball all match this. Didn't have to request him to put one down at all. Although I might want to do stupid things like that. Got a bit lucky there coming straight towards him, but I got the Wasp. And he's got another one ready. He was really on it. I love Meowzy. We're a lad. Also a pain in the arse using this weapon with this gear because you lose your buffs so quickly. You get used to using the Genegiva set, which is the main set I use with a insect glaive. You get to keep your buffs for a long time, and then you come on this and it's like Once you've got all 3 buffs, you've got like a 3-minute time. Well, not even a 3-minute time. Probably got about a minute or 2 before you've got to collect them again. It's a pain. Once again, I've just realised that my sharpness has now dipped into orange, which is really awful. And he's gone down. If I'd have had blue sharpness here, I would have got a lot more damage out. But he finally died. And we just passed the 20-minute mark, so I'm feeling confident about this. It's Lunastra, she's got a lot less health than him. And that. So, 2 sharpens, and I ate a steak to replenish my energy. And then we're approaching this giant-ass door. Still got the Dragonator up, and I've still got the boulders up. Still got 10 ballista ammo, I didn't even realise I picked them up. I think it's just habit when I come across that rope bridge at the start, I grab one. So we've got 2 XL bombs that we've just set up, roughly where she's going to land. Now she comes out, usually when a monster comes out there, it charges out. So it tends to explode anything that's put around that position. So I was hoping that she would charge out. Got a cool drink ready for when she comes out. There she is. And bang, that's an instant 360. And she's not happy. And she's already got flames around her from that, so here comes the cool drink. Here comes the cool drink. Maybe. It will do in a second. I'll figure it out, but I've not taken it yet. Actually worked out, because I tried this mission yesterday, and I got to Lunastra, and the sheer dot that she was putting out with the supernova just obliterated me, but I wasn't wearing fire resistance gear then, or using a cold drink. And normally with the flames around her that she's got now, you take a fair bit of ticking damage when you're trying to attack her. But with the fire resistance I've got on, plus the cold drink I've now just took, she doesn't deal any damage to me, which is lovely. Now her weak points are her head, her wings and her tail. Plus her head is spitting fire. So I just thought, if I get that block out of the way of the head and attack the wings, she's not going to set me on fire. She had other ways though. It's called her tail, and throwing me off of her body now because I'm not paying attention to my stamina bar. Now would have been a perfect opportunity to have dropped rocks on her. She was in the middle of the arena, not doing anything, and she could have had a big boulder dropping her bombs. I do remember there's boulders in a minute, by the way, but I'm more concerned with, ooh, big spiky Dragonator, let's use that. And she combos me once, twice, 3 times a Meowzy, and it nearly kills me. So pop Mega Potion. And then I remember Meowzy dropped that Vigor Wasp right next to the Dragonator, and she gives me yet another blast of fire, but I have a very short window here. Pop it, she hits me, and she takes both Dragonator spikes in the face for 440 odd each, and then she makes me pay for it. Jesus! You don't get a second with this thing. This is why I brought all this fire resistance gear, and it didn't do shit. I'm thinking it's probably because the Death Stench set. There we go, finally getting it out. Doesn't have the greatest armour in the world, so if I'd have probably got a higher armour gear with fire resistance on, I might have done a lot better. Well, I might have taken less damage from the fire and from the actual hits itself. So just fully replenished herself, taken another cold drink, and we're back in. First order of business. Buffs! He stood right at the side of her while she's dealing flames. No damage whatsoever. So the fire resistance was on point, I just think the actual combo wasn't enough to fully negate what she was doing. But just hanging around her with her passive fire, nothing. She's not doing anything to me. I think this is the point where I realise that there is boulders, and I try, even though she's not quite in the centre, where I catch her on the wing, which breaks. Oh, it doesn't break anything, it just knocked her over. Now you just have to go ham on a biscuit, because monster seems to get knocked down a little bit longer when it's being hit by boulders. Not much, but just a bit. She's charging up again. So now I've got my item selection on Fireproof Mantle, and I keep it there. Because if she goes Supernova, I want to throw that on, get away from her, and just chug health potions. But much earlier I said it doesn't go to plan. You'll find out why in a second. Oh yes, I die twice in this mission. So there's a part of me that wants to just keep wailing on her and ticking down her damage, but also I know she's going to do a Supernova soon, so I wanted to be prepared for it. If she's going to do it, throw that on, run. And I thought she might do it here, but nope, she's just going to go for a dive. I've got my buff, so I thought, what the hell, let's go for a damage. That's one of the main combos that did quite a bit of damage there. I don't trust myself to bring any other weapon to a fight against one of these or Devil Joe, other than an Insect Glaive, just because you've got the insane agility. If I bring any other weapon, I just know I'm just going to get caught out by just being a slow shit. I'd like to try it with Gun Lance though, or Lance. See how much of this you can block. And there's the Supernova as I'm coming in. I've already taken a lot of damage. First blast, I throw on my Fireproof Mantle, but I'm boned anyway. So that did a whole load of jack. But I've got a fair few combos on her now, and she's only just done it. So I've probably got a good 5 to 7 minutes before she'll do it again. So I just think, let's sharpen up completely. And just go nuts. She's not charged up at all. She's just spent it all on her most powerful ability. She did kill me, but now she's not. She's in her default state. So, buff. Bring the cool drink out because, well, she is going to eventually power up. Let's just get as much fire resistance as we can. those nets around the edge, it's annoying. I wish there was a separate key binding that you could have where you approach it and you press that to grab hold of it. Because just running into it at times gets annoying. So I've got all buffs. She just does that, so let's go nuts. Of course I couldn't use any traps in this because it's an Elder Dragon. Yeah, can they do that? But she didn't have much health from killing me. And she finally goes down in slightly over 30 minutes. I'd seen a lot of people online saying that they've got gems quite often from this quest, so... And that's apparently the first time I've got a Lunastra tail! Now the point of this quest is you get items which allow you to craft Assassin's Creed Crossover gear. There's both a hood piece that you can put on, which is like this mantle that I'm wearing, and a set of gear. The gear set I had read was rather crap, mainly for cosmetic reasons. It turned your character to look like the character in Assassin's Creed Origins, and it wasn't too clever. But there was a mantle that you could make. It required 2 of the quest items. The armor set required 2 as well, but you only needed 2 for each one. And as you can see with 2 question marks there, I got 2 in this. So I built the mantle. It basically allows you to run around and you go invisible a bit quicker than usual. And that is the end of that. We did get a gem at the end. And I will show you now what it looks like. And that's that.